Okay, I'm just going to give you a wrap up of our course, and congratulations completing it, because it's not an easy one. This is a helicopter view of the whole of the event sector. We're not looking at individual events here. We're looking at the complete event sector, international strategy. And these are new terms, etc., new terminology that's gradually going all around the world. And the idea is to make you future-proof, in a sense, that you are prepared for this as it moves around the world. These are the books. I'll just show you the books to start off with that I've written on the whole subject. And the top ones, actually, I've done in the last couple of years. So let's have a quick look at the whole thing. Now, if you think when you arrived, hardly any of these things you knew. I mean, you may have had an idea, but not when it comes to events. Think of all those things over 10 weeks. You have learned this terminology, and this is the terminology of event strategies around the world. Remember, we started off with a competency measure that you did, and I explained how the event sector is going through a maturity model as it grows, because it's very new, really, compared to other professions. The important part here is the asset management, intangible assets, and portfolio management. All this stuff is new. It's been coming in sort of for a couple of years, but now it's going very, very quick around the world. You're finding books now on portfolio analysis of events. And remember our old favorite, cost-benefit analysis, and all those other things that you have now learned about. And if you need to review it, it's all there in the notes. So it's easy for you to go back and have a look at it all. And never forget the MBOC and the event Precinct. And this is your future in events, because that's what's happening. They're that important as an asset, events, that they are now building very large areas like Qatar and even cities to host events of all kinds. Okay. And remember how we applied these management tools to events development, and Soft Matrix and the Boston Consulting Group. And you learned about legacy. And then you learned about, believe it or not, consumer surplus, okay, and various event growth models. So basically, I told you about the series of processes and definitions, which creates a system. And here is this frightening slide that I showed you some time ago. And now you can go through each one of these things. Why? Because you've done the assignments. The assignments have shown you how to apply this to the real world. And how did we do it? Well, we looked at lots and lots of case studies. If you think about it, anything from Dubai Expo 2020, which is on now or just finished, to Memphis in May in the USA, and of course the America Cup, remember that one, on cost-benefit analysis and economic impact, courtesy of PricewaterhouseCoopers. We looked at Cape Town and all these things here. Not just that, we then looked at all kinds of other things, including local events like Sculptured by the Sea and Tropfest, Shanghai World Expo, and of course the famous Edinburgh, and even companies that are taking advantage of this now, like Live Nation. So it was quite a lot of stuff, and there are certainly plenty of examples for you to look at. So the assessments are there from my point of view as a way of you applying what you learn. That's what they're for. They're actually a learning tool to me. So the discussion forum is important because you learn from each other, right? You've got people from all around the world in these courses, and if you leap in, you'll get the benefit of it. Okay, remember, these things are teaching tools, not just assessment items. The next teaching tool was a strategy assessment. Why? Well, this enables you to apply and see if it actually works. That model that we saw before, right, this one, does it actually work? And that's what you did. You applied it to a city. And they were fantastic, by the way, might I add. It was really enjoyable reading and watching those presentations. And then the event proposal, which is coming up. And so that's going to be interesting because, once again, you're applying a theory to an event that interests you. And this is the quickest way to learn, because we want you to go out of these courses knowing how to do things, not just to talk. We want you to know how to do things, and that's very important in the event industry. So thank you for all your work. It was really interesting stuff that you presented, and I'm looking forward to those event proposals. And if you'd like to join me for other courses, and these courses are far more sort of hands-on event stuff. As I said, the first course, a bit of a helicopter view. These are far more about, as it says, their operations and risk management. So I look forward to seeing you there in the next trimesters when they're offered.